morning, lad. How can I help you? It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods to...
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And especially the cargo.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way.
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, but I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi.
Can't tell you much. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use...
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, and some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal. There's a good month's work in that.
All right, I'll get right on.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety.
You have a kind grasp, eh? Much.
What happened to you?
I fell out of that bloody tree.
Why did you climb?
I thought I saw something like gold or something, but instead of finding treasure.
I'm no physician, but this needs bandaging.
But I won't get... You have anything to dress it? A rag or something?
Hold on, let me see. Here. You're lucky I carry around a pocket full of junk. Here, let me dress it for you.
Thank you. You're the first good thing to happen to me in a long while. You know, I was born under an...
Stop feeling so sorry for you.
But I'm cursed with it, even as a boy. I was always... And once I spent the whole... My parents spent everything...
See? That sounds like a...
Well, it seemed that way. But when he went to get the cure, we couldn't afford another healer. So I was sick for sick.
But you survived.
You think? I always wanted to buy myself a horse. So I confided in my neighbor. He told me he could cheat the local drug...
And you gave him the money?
That I did.
That's not bad luck. It's folly. People are bastards. You shouldn't be so trusting.
I'm not even finished yet. Since I couldn't buy a horse, I gave a groschen to a horse trader to let me ride. But as we trotted through the woods, the nags took me 3 years to pay off that. So I first lost money to a swindler.
Still, it could have been worse. Everybody has setbacks.
You still don't get it, do you? All right, I like this girl down the way. But when I finally mustered the...
Yes, but...
Hang on, I'm not I found a dog. A nice little puppy, the moment he grew a full set of teeth.
Right. Now this sounds like too much of a coincidence.
As he scampered off, the dog scattered a farmer's flock of sheep. As I helped him to round them up, I stumbled upon... So I had one leg bit by a mongrel, and the other by a wolf. Only that wolf bite gets some dirt in it, and my whole leg goes black. I couldn't walk for a month.
All right, I see now.
My wife took care of me all that month, and just as I was getting better, she cooked some food in the pot. She never came back.
What happened to her?
I have no idea. The thing is, she took all her stuff and all my money with her. And since then, it's all been downhill from... As soon as I went out for the first time, he said 3 sheep from that flock had never been found. So, but what with my darling wife pocketing all my coin, I ended up in the pillory.
Well, your life hasn't been all that easy, I'll grant you that. But you're not jinxed. You know why?
I'm all ears.
If you were, you'd have fallen down and nobody would have found you. But I happened by. Today was your lucky day.
You have a point there. It's true. Thanks, friend. I owe you one. I'm sorry.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you're frae. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. Now you're gonna die!
Either we fucker a shot in the go.
Come on! Oh, you wee
What
bastard!
in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
through enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, Blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced. And your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. So, do you know what to do? Or have you got any more questions?
Actually, there is... I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Well, I heard Lord von Burgov will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't you? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
We should probably get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard, then.
At your service, sir.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
As you say, sir.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here. Lad, if you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on, Mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Well, all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right.
Henry, come here.
Sucker! I need a bandage, quick. There,
Henry,
that's
come
better.
here. What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young'un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might...
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway.
True enough.
Thank you.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly.
Oh, God.
Whether it's a pig's pen or an arena in Karlstein. It's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
This horse must have cost a pretty brook.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir. Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the...
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum! Let's hurry! To Yichin!
Sir, I could send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fuss I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, darling, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my brace they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Who goes there? You've no business here. Get go. Greetings, sir.
Did you see a cart drive through here by any chance?
All the time, friend, from Truskovich to Yitchin and back.
I'm looking for a cart loaded with goods from the blacksmith. Probably moving fast.
Now that you mention it, I do recall something of the like. They even dropped a sack of charcoal. When you go out of the cemetery onto the road, you should see it right there on the right-hand side. Take care, sir. You see, it didn't even hurt.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch, to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without his will. If that's the way God wants it, there's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road.
Very well, sir.
Good boy. Good boy.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road. Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old Yarmilka would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Excuse me. Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my leg stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the spinning wheel... Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
For fuck's sake, you was never ordained Ponza. I was.
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd...
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad...
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that.
Pigs can fly. His name is really Sophie. For a wench, he's got a miserable You don't say. You really saw that?
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. That ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wench.
Why? Some people might like it.
Those definitely
I don't know
aren't the
who'd like
blacksmith's
that.
hands.
And did they do something?
What the fuck do you imagine they'd do? Light up in the dark?
Leave him be, Honza. You're right. They rolled around and gave off sparks.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. He showed us mettle and training. So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposed...
We ought to pounce on them while we have the moment of surprise.
The words of a real man. So get ready, and we'll go for them. Nice and quick before the bastards realize what's going on.
Dame Honza.
I was. Stumblebee. In the forest chapel by whatever.
Right, fuck the ordains you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your... You're a dead man.
It'll be over in a jiff.
I'm just getting warmed up, you shit.
Get him from behind!
Take that! I'll rip your arse open!
No chance! Get ready to leave this life!
Go fuck yourself!
You won't get me!
He's done for!
And it's quick. I hope that's enough. This day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good...
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen. I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
At them!
For an ass kicking,
Hammer them, men!
You haven't a chance, bastard!
I'll rip your ass open!
My head! Had enough, have you? Hey, I need a hand here. You can't stand up to this!
You're no match for us, fucker.
Nice hit! They got what they deserved, the fuckers! Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my...
But they'd taken him captive.
Are you deaf? They took him captive because he wanted to... They were in cahoots. Only... And they deserve the same...
I'll go and track.
Great. Hurry.
Well, who's going to stop me?
The law?
I can't see any law here, but I can see lots.
Here, Matt. Search. Run!
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He left me strung up from...
Hey, I saw you cozying up with Gules.
What? He wanted to skin me alive.
But he didn't.
What?
Well, I'd say you have a way with the nobles. People trust you. You just say it was the rashness of youth. Pour ashes on your head, and they'll be lean. You'll tell Lord Semine it was a youthful folly, eat crow, and that'll be that.
Convince his lordship? I'm not sure.
Well, either you give it a try, or we fight it out, or you jump.
Although, always, for sure, I'm better at it than fighting with strangers. All right, but only if you'll put in a good word for me. You'll tell them that I gave him up right away, and I don't know, well, the face of the Virgin.
You got it. But I'll try and think up something better.
All right, let's go.
I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clamouring over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get there. We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with his hands.
What's going to happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? Well, the other fellow was tied up. Gnarly'll have a word with him.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you promised him. But I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum. And it's quite clear to me.
All right. A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gules.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
A thief robbing a thief. What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Seming's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Frenzy!
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Every man you could, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
Don't whistle here. Nobody wants to hear it.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Seming's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Seming, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Seming, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia.
Indeed. Where else?
I'm not sure. Lord Seming took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Seming will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Seming's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truscovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Seming is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's...
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so, old Seming wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a...
Welded Spanish steel?
See now? You do
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit, people from far and wide used to go to him for remedy. I even heard he made a pact with the devil.
What strange goings on?
I heard something in the tavern about some...
With the devil? Why would the hermit make...
No idea.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who... I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truscan...
Right. I'll try to... In return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Go and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, the best sword in the world isn't worth it. What are you here for?
This could use some...
Great! Happy to be of service. Take care, sir.
Did you see? I can see that. No one's managed to do that in a while.
Yeah, the place by the Jehorovka Street.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief?
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Greetings. Do you need something?
The humans won't be coming back here. Don't worry.
Good. Peace at last. Until you get into trouble.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Down to business. I don't have all day for you. So what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the...
Yeah, I heard that as well.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing...
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, But once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak. I'd think long and hard.
I'd like to ask... What do you know about this?
Stanislav, the herdsboy. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks. There's this There's some devilry in it.
And it was the herdsboy who saw it by the cross?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask...
Where can I find the herdsboy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow.
How do I get to the hermit?
You go through Apollonia, and from there, you take the path.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few...
And what has he got to do?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and he's like a different man since... Mark my words. He saw... And the devil sometimes comes here.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback?
Well, Bashka the butcher says they came from the bishop.
God be with you.
I'd like to ask about that diabolical apparition.
I don't know any... Farewell. I'm sorry.
What would you like?
What happened to the hermit?
Hard to say. Better not go near.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has...
Aye, a broken one.
I heard a shepherd saw an apparition.
It's not wise to go there.
What happened at the conciliation?
Hard to say. It was turned around. Greetings, sir.
God be with you, sir.
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about...
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rock. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tach. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized...
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of... I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound and...
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of... They say some years ago, a young fella killed himself on an...
And the day after you saw the...
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear.
Thank you, by all the saints. But please, come and tell me how it...
Gerda really
Stop
did
that
see
whistling.
something. That cross hides a secret.
Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Go!
The conciliatory cross. An old memorial to some unfortunate event. This is where Gerda saw the apparition. Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
Wait! 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 Ah! Ah!
Come here.
Hey, you there! Please help me!
What's going on?
I beg you, untie me! Thanks for untying me. I thought no one would ever come by. Help me! I've been robbed! They took everything!
How about I take a look at your wounds?
You're a Sawbones?
No, but I've patched...
I see.
Didn't even hurt, did it?
Well, it almost didn't.
Tell me more about this robbery.
I was ambushed by a band of thugs. 4 men. They beat the shit out of me, took what they could carry, and left me in nothing but my undergarments.
Oh, be thankful they didn't murder you while they were at...
True as that may be, they took all my wares. If I can't sell anything...
I'll help you, as a good Christian should.
God will repay if you have some spare clothing. Or perhaps a few groschen. I'll take what you can. Boots and hose would come in useful, though.
I'll give you some money. Buy what you need. Here you are. And
Thank you.
I'll find you something to wear.
Thanks a lot. But the shoes, you know, at least then my feet wouldn't be...
That's all I can spare.
Thank you so much. And God be with you.
Greetings. What do you need?
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
Want a swig of schnapps? Or two, maybe?
If it's any good, I won't say...
It's just that I don't have any...
Don't offer what you haven't got.
How was it with the diabolical...
Leave me be.
Do you want to roast in hell and choke on sulphur?
But I didn't do anything.
And who did the devil appear to, eh? Speak, sinner. How was it?
All right. I'll gladly help you. Just stop with that. What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on his eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that to the hermit's place.
He turned this way and that?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only...
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Farewell, my friend.
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
Quick!
Whoa!
Stand still!
Everything all right, eh?
Good.
You silly doggy.
That herds boy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
Ja!
Whoa!
Ka! Ka! Go! Quick!
Whoa!
Do I know you?
You don't remember me, you fucker. You sold me that magical ointment for 50 groschen. Yes.
I've been attacked, help!
My head!
I've been waiting for you.
And at the dawn of the seventh day, a rider on a white...
What did you say? What steed?
Oh, nothing. I was just thanking you.
Don't mention it.
So valiant and yet so modest.
Worthy of what?
The rare opportunity I purvey wares from the most mysterious ends of the earth. The water of life, a magical cudgel, a stone that turns anything into... All this could be yours, and for you, my hero, at a bargain price.
I think I'll be going now. You take care. Free! Huh. A horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herds boy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil. This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? What are you doing here? Stop pestering me and get out!
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming. Can't I have a moment's peace?
I came about that sword of yours.
I'll keep my sword, thanks very much. It's a fine piece.
Right. Long since broken and unused. I wouldn't hum and haw too long if I were you. Radovan the blacksmith will give you a good price for it.
Oh, right. You mean that sword? I don't have it anymore.
Pity about your sword. It was made from good steel, from what I heard. Folk told me you got it from somewhere in Andalusia?
God knows where it's from.
Well, I'm a blacksmith. I know the value of good steel wherever it's from. Pity you got rid of it.
Oh, God. If I give you that piece of old junk, will you leave me alone?
I can promise you that. What are you asking for it?
Nothing. Just a small service. Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
Gah! Quick! Whoa!
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. God be with you.
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to get...
A cross? Mother of...
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know what it's about.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I never forgave myself. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is supposed to be your absolution.
No, there's no absolution. Not yet. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there out. Help me. His soul must find...
All right. I'll help you.
Thank you, lad. Thank you. I'll tell you, it's a curse. I've never told anyone about it. And it's a good thing you caught me here.
What does the graveyard have to do with absolution?
Hold on. Not so fast. First tell me...
The dead should rest in peace.
You're right, lad. But sometimes... You see, one poor...
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall.
Why doesn't he have a proper grave?
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. They have to be buried outside. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself. And it's my fault.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek.
And Vashek killed him?
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting. And Jan fell. When they fell...
Did you see it? Were you there?
No. But I believed it pained him till the day he died. And he lived in fear of Jan. In the end, that fear ate...
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must have realised that you two were involved in it.
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, most likely. He let us live in peace.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia. It never occurred to you that it was him?
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. It's my fault for saying nothing.
Nonsense. And what's more, Ambrose forgave you, didn't he?
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid to rest in... Help me lay him to rest in a...
But without telling the priest and gravedigger. Isn't that sacrilege?
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake.
All right. We'll give him a proper burial. Jan's soul has the right to eternal rest.
Thank you. The Lord will pay you back 100-fold. There's a rose bush outside the graveyard wall. You'll find... Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave. God be with you, sir. I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but... Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth, and deliver us from evil. Amen. Ambrose's brother Jan got what he deserved.
I saw that. May his soul find peace at last.
And yours too, Margaret.
30 years.
It's all right now. Everything else is beyond the law of...
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about all this, right?
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
I don't want anything. And I won't tell anyone.
Thank you. My nephew is a tailor and he knows a thing or two about alchemy. If you ever need anything from him, I'll put in a word for you. God be with you, Henry. Take care now.
Go!
You silly doggy.
Go! Quick! Ka! Ka! Whoa! Sick!
Kurva! Someone call off that mutt!
Show your stuff! What the? Useless. Kurwa! I'm a...
Jesus! I'm hit!
I yield! Mercy! Why should I let you go? Why should I let you go?
I surrender. You wouldn't kill me, would you?
Give me everything you have, and I'll let you go.
All right, easy now. Just let me go and I'll give you everything. You got what you wanted. Now let me go. Fuck this! I'm not getting myself killed.
Sick!
Fuck this! I'm not getting...
Good boy. Good boy. Quick! Whoa!
Very bad. Hey, fella! Listen, we need help.
Who are you? And who do you serve?
We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Klezgin is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
All right. We'll have a quiet talk. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klezgin. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention. That's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
Did Conrad really want to flee?
Yes. We stopped him. He almost got away.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the red star. You are too late to make the acquaintance. We take care of the sick in Infer. You have to help us.
That swine tried to deceive me. He mustn't get away.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen, and set fire to the haystack on the right-hand side of the... But do it quickly, before...
Benedicta tu in Mariaribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tu, Jesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis, peccatoribus.
This is very bad.
Nunc et in hora
Brother,
mortis nostrae.
hear me, Sibite.
Salva Regina.
My God.
Hey! Stop right there! Halt! Or I'll shoot.
Wait! Hermit, what are you doing?
Don't move a muscle, I mean it!
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but there's no time for talk now.
They sent me after you, but I'm not your enemy.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anyone anymore. I don't want to kill you. Go away!
I can help you. Let's talk.
All right. But make it quick, and no sudden movement. Agnosco fortunam Carthaginus. What do you want?
You wanted to run off and break our agreement.
And what is it you want to hear from me?
Where can I find that broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath them, and the sword is on the grave.
Why do they want to kill you?
Why? They want to silence me. I had proof of our Grandmaster's Denyek's treachery. But they are blind. They refuse to believe me.
What about the murders? Did you really kill 2 brothers of the Order?
I had to defend myself. I'd be dead if I hadn't killed them.
What were you looking for under the conciliatory cross?
That broken sword, of course. Old Ambrose buried it there years ago, along with all his past. I heard he originally kept the sword here before deciding to stash it there. He was attached to it from his soldiering years. He sent me to fetch it before he died. He wanted to hold it in his hand.
Why did you come to the Hermit?
Ambrose was the only one who could stand up to our Grandmaster's Denyek and put an end to his crimes. He was the seneschal of our order. Now it's all over, and I will remain an outcast till I die.
That's all I need to know.
There's no time to go into it. Sorry, young man. You got mixed up in a game of high stakes, and there's no way back.
In that case, we'll play that game out together. Just let them come.
Thank you, friend. Benedictio Domini sit tecum. Nothing is how you think, Cardinal. You're mine. They deceived you.
We're gonna...
Do it!
Useless! Come on!
I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm going to stick you like the pig you
I'll
are!
hack your arse off.
Ha! You're... Let's see what you're made of!
Damn it, Hermit. What was that all about?
Things are...
Yeah, you're right. Let's hear it then.
And what is it you want?
Why were they trying to kill you?
I had proof that our Grand Master Zdenek had betrayed the Order and was conspiring with the damned Inquisition. First they chased...
That's all I need.
And that's an end to...
Thank you, but no. Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here.
Sick!
Heal! Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
Were you at the last mass? I didn't see you there. Just as well. I fell asleep during the day. I'm not surprised.
You silly doggy.
Fucking steel. God bless.
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite...
First class, welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first. Damn weather.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
It's almost finished.
What do you need, sir?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
Would you repair a few things for me?
Excellent. You made a fine purchase.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
What'll it be this?
Can we go to Samin now?
Henry, have you been in the heat for too long, or what? We're going to a wedding, not a damn battle.
Is there a difference?
Listen, lad, stop fooling around and spare me your wisecracks. Take that armor off and put on something decent. What do you hear?
Can we go to Samin now?
Wasn't too hard, was it? You're looking quite spruce, in fact. I don't have to worry about you showing me up anymore.
Good to hear. Shall we go?
Hold your horses for a while, Henry. I need to wash and change too, and then we can go.
Welcome, blacksmith. We were beginning to worry.
I bet you were. I'm bringing a wedding present.
Look who's finally here. Welcome, Radovan. And Henry.
Sir?
Well, do you have it?
Of course. Your son deserves the best. You can take it.
No, hold on to it. I'd be glad if you gave it to Alder yourself.
I'd be honored.
Has Lord von Bergov arrived yet?
Henry, that's none of your business.
It's all right, Radovan. I understand his curiosity. Lord von Bergov isn't here yet, but Chamberlain Ulrich assures me he'll arrive any moment now.
Sir, could I ask you to introduce me to Lord von Bergov?
God's nails. I'm sure his lordship will have nothing better to do than talking to my apprentice.
We'll see, Henry. Now, unfortunately, I have other things to attend to. What are those beggars still doing by the gate? I thought I made it clear I wanted them gone, didn't I?
I drove them off, but they came back. They just won't take no for an answer.
At least close the gate for now so the guests don't see them. They must be gone before Sir Otto arrives. Do you understand?
Oh dear. You seem rather worried. Would it have to do with your guest of honor?
I'm afraid of it ending up in disgrace. I wouldn't want Sir Otto to take offence and leave before he gives Older his blessing.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, Henry. It's nice of you to offer your help, but I can't ask that of you. What kind of host would that make me?
Don't worry about it, sir. Since Henry is volunteering, why not take up his offer? If he proves himself, you can introduce him to Lord Van Berghoff as a reward, if that's what he wants.
I promise I won't bring shame to you.
Oh, we'll see. I've got to make some arrangements with the cook, but come and see me later. In the meantime, you can introduce yourself to the bailiff's son, Svartepluk, over there. You're the same age, so I think you'll get along just fine.
That's right, Henry. Svatja. He's fun to be around. God's nails, I bet he'll show you the prettiest girls around.
There's plenty of other entertainment, too. Bailiff Thrush is holding a dice tournament, and Captain Gnarly a dueling contest. In short, a proper wedding. Eat and drink to your heart's content. Rejoice. It's a big day for Sameen.
One more thing, sir.
What else? Did I forget something?
They're, weapons.
Yes, of course. Please leave your weapons with Tuma. You surely understand, it's for security.
All our weapons?
Well, the wedding present is an exception, of course. Keep it safe, Radovan.
My few scraps of food.
Double for your charity.
Look who's here. Welcome, brother.
Show some Christian kindness.
How's your help? Well, we're not getting any younger. How's it looking here so far?
I'll tell you, it's been a long time since we've had a wedding like this. It must have cost Lord Sameen a fortune.
Well, it is his only son who's getting married.
True.
Can you imagine? Lord Semien had me forge a wedding present for his son.
A present? What is it?
A sword, but not just any. No one in the domain ever had one like it.
And you forged it yourself? Without any help?
All by myself.
Could I see...
Well, maybe later.
I'll come by your place when the big day's over. The young lord's horse needs...
Again? You came for some not long ago.
What can I tell you? Alder's riding out all the time. If he keeps riding the animal so hard, he'll soon break its back.
Well, he's young. You can't blame him for wanting to get away from his noble duties sometimes.
Easy for you to say. You don't have to look at the poor animal.
I was walking by a while ago, and he was telling her something Well, look who's here. Good to see you, Henry. This is Vitek.
We know each other. Henry saved my pa's hide from the wolves.
I heard about that. First the wolves, and then the injured leg.
And that was just the beginning.
Aye, that's my pa, and his drinking. Well, I'm afraid he's not going to fare much better today. He was asking after you. Did you talk yet?
Not yet.
If you want to talk to him, you'd better hurry up. Knowing him, he'll be sloshed in no time.
Quiet, you two. Sakura. Now I don't know what he said to him. Christ.
Whose?
Look over there. That pretty girl and the sad sack trying to impress her.
That's our friend, Wojtek.
What's it about?
When some poor lass catches his eye, he buzzes around her like a wasp.
And makes an incredible fool of himself.
And who's the girl?
Mishka. Her ma is old Sameen's cook. That asshole Wojtek thinks he's going to win her over with some idiot... verse.
Actually, girls like poems. Well, unless you dabble...
Gander, huh?
Good one. Why don't you show...
Well, I suppose I...
Jesus Christ! Let's bet on who has a better chance with Mishka. Vulgar Wojtek or Handsome Henry.
I'd like to see that. You're on.
My money's on Henry. 10 groschen. So off you go. Dust off your hose, tuck in your shirt, and go and win her heart.
I'll wager 10 groschen he fails. All right. I could...
Fantastic. I knew right away...
Wait, though,
Stop dilly-dallying and go and get her! Before Wojtek wears her down!
Is there any point in trying to get a word?
None. That's our spatcha for you.
Ah, bugger off. It'll be a laugh. I don't know who I pity more. Bring some wine.
I'm not thirsty.
Or a bite to eat. Oh, Mishka, dearest, you give me no rest.
Really? Isn't it the other way around?
You keep me awake at night.
You poor thing. Try a decoction of Melissa and Valerian.
How I long to hold you tight.
I can hardly breathe as it is.
Greetings.
How I long to kiss your lips. And, put my hands on your hips.
Enough. I can't listen to another word.
That makes 2 of us.
And you are who?
I'm Henry.
What do you want here?
To rescue a damsel?
There's no damsel here that needs rescuing.
The damsel has a voice and a name.
And may I know it? Or is that impertinent?
Mishka.
Now look here.
Anything wrong?
I spoke to her first.
Are we on the marketplace here?
You think you can amuse Mishka more? That's a joke.
You're a joke. And that's all you can do to him.
If you hadn't interrupted us so rudely, I'd have recited a poem.
You? A poem? You mean one that rhymes? Like, darling dear, bring me a beer?
So recite one yourself if you're so clever.
Oh, Angela, my dear, I swear I've never seen such a lovely pair. Oh, Jack, don't touch the merchandise until you've paid the going price.
You think that's funny? That's a pretty damn stupid...
Don't listen to him, Mishka.
I wasn't expecting a verse. You haven't done too well so far.
That's putting it mild. Never mind a clever girl like you.
Why did I even get involved in this?
Don't beat yourself up. Maybe there'll still be one left over for you.
Shut up, the pair of you! And I don't know which is worse.
But where are you?
Anywhere. As long as it's away from you two. What a
Fucking
pack
hell.
of idiots.
See what you did?
Do it. So they...